Greetings, everybody. My name's Christopher Delaney. I've been teaching advanced world history, AP World History, AP Psychology now for 19 years. I'm also one of the lead writers at the America's leading trap shooting magazine, Trap and Field magazine. And it's through all of these different roles that I've been so intrigued to go ahead and put together my final research dissertation assignment here. It's due to this background and my own experience as a competitive shotgunner too, that led me down this chosen path of investigation. So throughout my own trap shooting career and my professional research with Trap and Field magazine, I have always been interested in the regularity by which shooting builds community. Shotgun shooters especially hold fast to a common camaraderie, fostering their own culture, their own history, legacy, all worthy of study. It is also made apparent through the established historiography that shooting culture is just far more than a microcosm of broader American spirit, right? Both firearm and cultural historians recognize that the gun as an instrument, is a byproduct of American life, but they do fall short in asserting that the gun's dominant actually formed the American spirit itself. So given both my professional and personal background and the shortcomings already established in the historiography, I posed the question, did firearms contribute to the socialization of early American communities during the colonial, revolutionary, and antebellum periods? And if so, to what extent? Ultimately, guys, my answer is a resounding yes. My research argues that early firearm dependency, as seen through the lens of hunting, competition, and trade, fostered socialization within American society, prompting cultural transmission, allowing for the growth of the American spirit. To make my argument, my research analyzed a large sampling of primary source texts from the colonial, revolutionary, and antebellum periods, namely, guys, Lewis and Clark expedition, the diaries of George Washington. I used James Cooper's The Leatherstocking Tales, a ton of newspaper and magazine articles, the notes from the notebooks of the Swedish biologist and explorer Peter Kalm, also the trader Alexander Ross. All of these things together helped me make my argument. My conclusions from the detailed analysis of the sources, especially when compared to the backdrop of the already established historiography, the following statements summarize my own research conclusions. In terms of firearms and hunting and their socializing role is concerned, the skilled hunters of the Corps of Discovery were viewed as indispensable to their expedition's success. The cooperative hunting methods of the Lewis and Clark expedition demonstrated early American socialization, emphasized the value in making allies, and outside of frontier adventures, hunting was enjoyed by the gentry class, especially with the advent of fox hunting. The planter class looked to the hunt as a social event and even as a crucial component of dealing with business. Hunters from all walks of life, though, after socializing at the clubs, embarked on deer drives. Fathers brought along their sons, instilling values of kinship and teaching young ones the skills of cooperation. Socialization in America was also, though, fostered by a strong competitive nature in these competitive shoots across most of the nation. Shooting matches were both a pillar of community socialization as well as a mainstay in the militia training, and by which fostered the notion of an American people who valued marksmanship as paramount to independence, protection, self-sufficiency, and freedom. Furthermore, firearms played a pivotal role in building the economic relationships between communities within early America, and by such helped shape the very fabric of American culture. Warranted or not, native tribes were viewed by explorers as simply dangerous, and it was the gun's protective qualities that emboldened traders to push on deeper into the unknown, fostering American independence and self-resilience. The trade conducted due to the firearms fostered an early American sense of sociability, teaching Americans not only how to conduct business, but how to build relationships within and across communities. In all, as gun enthusiasts today are enveloped by swirls of gun smoke, inhaling the powerful sulfurous yet oddly sweet aroma, bringing them pleasure, they are in fact embodying an American spirit forged generations ago by the very same instruments that they now adore. More than anything, guns socialized early American communities, prompting cultural transmission and allowing the American spirit to persevere. And simply put, the socialization of early American communities was made possible by the gun, especially as represented through the lens of hunting, competition, and trade. Now, as far as further study is concerned, ultimately, I'm sincerely pleased with how my argument reads. Sadly, though, I do feel like I need to leave some valuable, primary source analysis on the table. I would have liked to gone into, some folklore heroes, Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett, a little bit more. It would have been nice to take and look at the gun's impact on Native American culture as well. But with the scope of the project, I just simply couldn't do that. Ultimately, my final dissertation seeks to prove the broader cultural significance firearms had in shaping American legacy. And this research project I created for the course does much to add to my overall goal. All right. Thank you so much. God bless.